Greetings everybody, let's get this thing started. Panda here, and today we will be discussing whether or not we think that Infinite Warfare Zombies will be too easy. Over the past 2 days we've received a reveal and seen what the Infinite Warfare Zombies map will be called, and it will be called Zombies in Spaceland if you guys haven't already heard. And then also we have seen a little Q&A. It was about 20 minutes or so, an interview with some of the developers from Infinity Ward. Now with all the information that's floating about, people are really already asking, is it too easy? And I'm shocked. Only 2 days after the reveal, we already know so much. I'll be grazing over a lot of it, and then also I'll be going more in depth and in detail on some of these things as the time does go by. And don't worry, I will not be neglecting Treyarch Zombies, of course not. That is Bay for life. But guys, in order to understand or take a educated guess about whether or not it will be too easy, we should go over the facts. First off, we know that there will be the return of a randomized weapon giver, aka the magic or mystery box from Treyarch Zombies. They're calling it the magic wheel. So the whole theme here is that we're at a theme park. So think of the theme park where you're in the game section and you have that wheel where you spin to get a random prize. That's the way it's going to work. You're going to go up to this machine and it's going to give you a randomized weapon. So we got that returning. There also is going to be the return of perks, but they're going to be returning in the form of candies. We don't know the names of all of them, but we actually can see quite a few. We will also see the return of something similar to gobble gum in the form of fate and fortune cards. In short, the way those are going to work, Fate are like your classic gobble gums. You'll unlock those as you level up and you go through the ranks, and you'll have unlimited. Fortune ones are going to be similar to our megas, and they're going to be a whole different variety. I heard them say Phoenix Up is returning. We will also be seeing the return of wonder weapons. So far, we've seen some sort of electric or energy gun, also a freeze gun, and then I heard of something called the face melter, which makes the zombies shoot up into the air like a rocket. So if you're wondering what that was in the trailer, apparently that's a shot from the face melter. Also, we'll be getting the return of specialists. So far pretty standard, nothing too crazy that we're not familiar with. We'll also be seeing the return of monkey bombs in the form of a boombox that makes the zombies breakdance and then explodes and kills all of them as well. So far pretty standard stuff. And those are the usual tools that we have with Treyarch, right? We have specialists, we have wonder weapons, we have regular weapons, we have a mystery box. They also did say that we'll be having the return of the Pack-a-Punch. I'm not sure if they were trying to be sneaky, if it's actually going to be called the Pack-a-Punch, or if we're going to be getting something that is sort of similar with a different name. It may just be the Pack-a-Punch, because he did call it the Pack-a-Punch. Now, here's where things switch up, and here's where people begin to wonder, is Infinity Ward Zombies or Zombies in Spaceland going to be too easy? One of the features that we will be getting that we have seen in Treyarch Zombies but not recently is they're calling it the ATM. So players will be able to exchange money. You put money in, your teammate can go ahead and go get that money out of the ATM. So that's something that they're bringing back. Also, this one right here to me is the game changer. Almost makes it an entirely different game. Is that they're implementing something called the Lost and Found. What's the Lost and Found, you may ask? Well, whenever you bleed out of the game, for a small fee, you can actually go to the Lost and Found and get all of your weapons back. I can't recall if you said your perks or your candy perks or whatever as well, but I know for a fact you will get all of your weapons back. So think about it. Your teammate goes to the ATM, gives you exactly as much money as you need to go to the Lost and Found. You then go to the Lost and Found, and you're right back up running from where you were before you died out. Also, he said as far as map layout is concerned, map developers always use the term lanes. So in multiplayer, usually the maps are a 3-lane setup. Zombies, there's a lot of lanes. He's saying that the lanes are going to be much wider. So that means you're going to have more space to maneuver about, which makes it a lot easier, in my opinion, to survive against zombies. More space equals more ways to run away. Also, something that's interesting, between multiplayer and zombies, all the progress with your weapons will transfer over. So, say you're someone who plays a little bit of both, all the work that you put in, say you were talking about the CUDA, say you played a game of zombies and you got the CUDA to level 5, as soon as you jump in to multiplayer, you could have never touched multiplayer up until this point, and your Kuda will already be at level 5. Another thing that they're doing is adding team door buys. So, you know, when you have that moment where you are in a pub and you're playing with randoms and you're both staring at each other, bumping up against the door, who's going to open it, who's going to open it, that's what everyone's kind of implying. That problem is now gone because you can actually team buy the doors. And then also, whenever you bleed out, instead of going straight into spectator mode, what's going to happen now is that you're going to get put into the arcade, and the arcade's going to have a whole bunch of arcade games, like, you know, like playing basketball, shooting in the hoop, and skee ball, and different things like that. Not only will that help buy you some time and make it a little bit less boring when you bleed out, but you also will be earning tickets, and those tickets can be used then towards your game progress. So you can then, I'm not sure if the tickets are the points or if you can turn tickets into the points. I don't know exactly the way it's going to work, but those tickets from the arcade mode will then be able to help you get reset up in your game. So that's very interesting as well. Also, on the point with the arcade, players can play the arcade while they're in game as well. So say you're a 50 points short of a door, what you could do is have one player train up the last zombie, have someone hop into the arcade, play a couple games, get some tickets, and then somehow, as I said, I don't know if the tickets are the points or if you can use the tickets towards points, but you could get those 50 points from playing in the arcade. That's a lot, guys. Those are a lot of additions on top of already having all the same things that Treyarch has. What it sounds like to me is that Infinity Ward listened to what everyone complained about. They listened to what the average zombie player, not like the average person who watches YouTube, but no, the average zombie player who maybe doesn't know all the features, probably never even knew there was a main Easter egg on the map. They talked to those type of players and found out what their frustrations are. That's my guess. And every single one of these additional things that Treyarch didn't have, it sounds like they're adding them to make the game a little bit less frustrating. Do I think it's going to make it easy? Yes. Yes, I do. I think it's going to be a lot easier for people to play. Though, to be honest, when I play with my subscribers, a lot of people do end up saying, well, I'm not really good. Oh, I've only made it to this round. Oh, I have trouble on this map. Oh, I really can't play Zetsu because it's too hard. So, do I think it's the worst thing ever? I don't know. Not for the average player. But for those diehard people, for the content creators, I think the maps are going to be very, very easy, truthfully. I believe what they said their goal was to make the game more accessible. So if you pick up the game for the first time, you have a better chance of surviving. So you maybe only played zombies twice, but here you are opening up Pack-a-Punch, opening everything up, and getting all the quests and your challenges started and different things like that. They're trying to make it way more user-friendly and way more playable for the average player. Let me know, guys, down below in the comment section, do you think that all of this sounds like it's going to make Infinite Warfare Zombies too easy? But other than that, guys, that's all I have to say for today. If you are new, feel free to hit that subscribe button so you can join the Panda Gang and so that you don't miss out on a single episode of Panda TV. But on that note, guys, I'm out of here. I'm sending you good vibes. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time. Panda out. While I grade it, open it, hit you with some knowledge. With a bachelor's, yup, straight from